7 hidden signs she's cheating, decode her words and actions. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's got a lot of you on the edge of your seats, understanding the hidden messages women send when they're cheating. Look, female infidelity, it's a complex issue. It's not always black and white. But let me tell you something, women, they often leave subtle verbal and behavioral clues that can reveal their actions. It's like a smoke signal, folks. You've got to know what to look for, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to break it down step by step, why women cheat, what they say, their body language, and how to recognize these signs early on. So buckle up and stay tuned for an eye-opening session that's going to change the way you see your relationships. Now let's talk about the first red flag, the classic deflection tactic. You see, when you bring up genuine concerns or start asking questions, a woman who's cheating will often turn the tables and accuse of being paranoid. This is a way to make you doubt your own feelings and perceptions. It's a classic manipulation tactic, folks. By making you feel like the irrational one, she's trying to gaslight you, plain and simple. Think about it. If she can make you question your own sanity, you notice she's been glued to her phone, texting up a storm. It's not just the frequency, but the secrecy that's concerning. You casually ask, "Hey, who you been texting so much lately?" And boom, she explodes. "You're always overthinking things. Stop being so paranoid." She wants to shift the focus away from her own behavior and make you feel bad for even asking. This reaction is designed to make you back off. And it's not just the words, folks. Pay attention to her body language. Non-verbal cues can be very telling. Is she avoiding eye contact? Looking away quickly? These are signs of discomfort and possibly guilt. Maybe crossing her arms defensively or fidgeting with her phone. These actions can indicate she's hiding something. These are all telltale signs she's hiding something. Her body language is betraying her words. Now here's the key. Stay calm. Your composure is your best weapon in these situations. Don't get sucked into an argument. The moment you lose your cool, you lose control of the situation. Instead, stand your ground and say something like, "Look, I'm not accusing you of anything. I just want us to have open and honest communication. I care about us." Watch her reaction closely. This is a crucial moment. Does she calm down and engage in a conversation? This could indicate she's willing to be transparent. Or does she get even more defensive? Increased defensiveness can be a red flag. Her response will tell you a lot about what's really going on. Pay close attention to both her words and actions. This next phrase is a real heartbreaker, folks. And it's often a smokescreen for infidelity. It's a way to create emotional distance without the immediate confrontation of a breakup. When a woman starts saying she needs space or time to think, it can be a way for her to create distance without completely ending the relationship. She might be feeling overwhelmed or confused about her feelings. She's essentially trying to have her cake and eat it too. She wants the security of the relationship, but also the freedom to explore other options. It usually comes out of the blue. One day everything seems fine, and the next she's asking for space. Everything seems fine, and then BAM! You're hit with a request that leaves you questioning everything. She drops the bomb. "I just need some space to figure things out," or "I need time to think about us." These words can be incredibly confusing and hurtful, and you're left reeling, wondering what went wrong. You start to replay every moment looking for clues. Now, it's important to remember that everyone needs a little space sometimes. It's natural to need time alone to recharge, but there's a difference between wanting some alone time and completely withdrawing from the relationship. The latter is a red flag. Pay attention to her body language. Is she more closed off than usual? Is she avoiding physical contact? These subtle cues can tell you a lot. Does she shy away from hugs or kisses? Physical distance often mirrors emotional distance. Is she emotionally checked out during conversations? Does she seem disinterested or distracted? These are all signs she's pulling away and might be investing her energy elsewhere. It's crucial to notice these signs early. Now here's where most guys mess up. They start begging and pleading for her to stay, which only pushes her further away. They think that showing vulnerability will make her stay, but it often has the opposite effect. Instead of groveling, take control of the situation. Show her that you respect her need for space, but also value yourself. Say something like, "I understand you need space, and I'll give you that." This shows maturity and self-respect. But I also deserve clarity. Make it clear that you're not going to be left in the dark. Let's talk about what's really going on when you've had some time to think. This opens the door for honest communication. This shows her that you're not going to chase after her, and it sets a clear boundary. Boundaries are essential in any relationship. You're giving her space but also demanding respect and honesty. This balance is key to maintaining your self-worth and the integrity of the relationship. This one's a classic, folks. When a woman is involved with someone else, she'll often downplay the relationship and pass it off as just friendship. It's a way to avoid suspicion and keep you in the dark. You might notice she talks about this particular friend a lot. Maybe it's a co-worker, a gym buddy, or someone she met online. Whenever you bring him up, she gets defensive and dismissive. Oh, him? He's just a friend. Don't be silly. But pay close attention to her body language. Does she smile a little too much when she mentions his name? Does her voice get higher pitched? Does she over-explain her relationship with him, almost like she's trying to convince herself as much as she's trying to convince you? Look, I'm not saying that every close friendship is a sign of cheating. But if you have a gut feeling that something's off, don't ignore it. Trust your instincts. Next time she brings up this friend, don't let it slide. Say something like, I've noticed you mention him a lot lately. Is there something you'd like to share with me? Watch her reaction closely. Does she get flustered? Does she shut down the conversation? Honesty is key in a relationship, and if she's hiding something, it's going to show. Chapter 4. You deserve better than me. Here's a phrase that can really throw you for a loop. When a woman feels guilty about cheating, she might start saying things like, you deserve better than me. It's a way for her to justify her actions and create emotional distance. It often comes up during an argument. You're trying to have a serious conversation and suddenly she blurts out, you're so good to me, you deserve someone better than me, I'm holding you back. Now, on the surface, it might sound like she's being humble or self-deprecating, but deep down, it's often a sign of guilt and a subconscious way of pushing you away. Pay attention to her body language. Does she seem tearful or overly emotional? Is she avoiding physical intimacy? Maybe she avoids eye contact or looks down at the floor when she says it. Here's what you need to do. Don't let her off the hook. Ask her directly, why do you feel that way? Is there something you're not telling me? This puts her on the spot and forces her to be honest about what's really going on. Chapter 5. I don't know what I want right now. Indecisiveness, folks. It can be a major red flag, especially when it comes to relationships. When someone is unsure about what they want, it can create a lot of tension and uncertainty. If a woman is constantly saying she doesn't know what she wants, it could be a sign that she's already exploring her options with someone else. This kind of behavior can be very telling. You try to make plans for the future, and she hesitates. This hesitation can be a sign of deeper issues or doubts about the relationship. You talk about taking the next step in your relationship, and she gets this faraway look in her eyes. It's as if she's mentally checking out. I don't know what I want anymore, she says. I just feel confused. This confusion can be frustrating and disheartening. Now, it's perfectly normal for someone to go through periods of uncertainty. Everyone has moments where they feel unsure about their path. But if she's constantly flip-flopping and can't seem to make up her mind about you, it's time to take a step back and re-evaluate the situation. Consistent indecision can be a sign of deeper issues. Pay attention to her body language. Non-verbal cues can often tell you more than words. Does she avoid making eye contact when you talk about the future? This avoidance can be a sign of discomfort or disinterest. Does she seem anxious or disconnected during serious conversations? Anxiety and disconnection can indicate that she's not fully present in the relationship. These are all signs that her heart might not be in it anymore. It's important to recognize these signs and address them. Here's the key. Don't pressure her into making a decision. Pressuring someone can often backfire and push them further away. Instead, set a clear boundary. Boundaries help maintain respect and clarity in the relationship. Say something like, I understand you're feeling unsure right now. Acknowledging her feelings can create a space for open communication. If you need time to figure things out, I respect that. Giving her space can help her gain clarity. But I need you to know that I deserve to be with someone who's fully invested in the relationship. It's crucial to communicate your own needs and expectations clearly. Chapter 6. I'm going out, don't wait up. This one's all about changes in behavior, folks. If a woman starts going out more frequently and at odd hours without including you, it could be a sign that she's creating space for someone else in her life. Suddenly, she's got girls' nights out every week. Work events are popping up left and right, and she's always in a rush to leave with a casual, "Don't wait up, I'll be late." Now again, it's healthy for couples to have their own lives and interests. But if her newfound independence feels sudden and secretive, it's worth paying attention to. Look at her body language. Does she avoid giving you details about where she's going? Does she seem uncomfortable when you ask questions about her plans? Does she keep her phone glued to her hand or hidden from view before she leaves? Instead of getting angry or accusatory, try suggesting a different plan. Say something like, "Hey, why don't we plan a fun night out together soon? I'd love to spend some quality time with you." Her reaction will tell you a lot about where her priorities lie. Chapter 7. Stop acting like my parent. This last phrase is a classic deflection tactic designed to shut down the conversation and make you feel bad for questioning her behavior. You try to have an honest conversation about your concerns and she explodes. "Stop acting like my parent, it's so annoying," she yells. It's a way for her to avoid taking responsibility for her actions and shift the blame onto you. She wants to make you feel like you're being controlling and unreasonable for simply wanting answers. Pay attention to her body language. Is she getting defensive, crossing her arms, rolling her eyes? These are all signs that she's not interested in having a productive conversation. Here's the key. Don't take the bait. Stay calm and collected. Say something like, "Look, I'm not trying to control you. I care about you and I deserve to know what's going on. We need to be able to communicate openly and honestly with each other." 7 hidden signs. Decoded. Look, relationships can be tough, and recognizing the signs of infidelity can be painful. But remember this, knowledge is power. Understanding these subtle phrases and behaviors can help you uncover the truth in your relationships and make empowered decisions about your future. Never underestimate the importance of self-respect and confidence. You deserve to be with someone who chooses you, who's honest with you, and who values your relationship. If you found these insights helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more relationship advice. And be sure to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We're all in this together, folks. Stay strong, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next video.